everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw. We just saw Wonder Woman 1984, Wonder Woman 84, Wonder Woman 1984, WW 84, World War 84. Oh boy, it's late.
Yes, it is.
What do I say here? We're not movie reviewers or critics necessarily. We just like to geek out about movies we just saw. Review is in the title for the algorithm. But this is going to be our spoiler review. We're going to talk all kinds of spoilers. We may start right at the end. We'll jump all over the place. We'll get in depth. So if you don't want any spoilers at all, you definitely want to get on out of here. Even if you are looking for spoilers, you still might want to watch our no spoiler video, because that's more of the general thoughts and ideas about this movie. This is just going to be hopefully brief because it's late. It's 3:46 a.m. Us just discussing some specifics about the movie and whatnot. So you've got your warning. We've almost got you out of here. You got a couple more seconds to click out of the video before we tell you exactly what happens in this son of a bitch. Shit. Now I fucking swore in the first 30 fucking seconds.
Not my fault.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, no, okay. So anyways, there's your warning. You had time. Ready? Spoilers. Spoilers. All right. So I can't believe Grogu showed up with Enchantress in the giant beam of light in the sky. Which, by the way, okay, obviously that's a joke, but that was what I was saying, referencing about how all the DC movies, like, that's the big thing. It's like they all end with fighting a thing and a giant laser beam in the sky,
yeah.
Or a lot of movies hit that trope. So I was like, at least they didn't do that in this, but there kind of is a little bit of that. With the satellite thing, like he's kind of standing in a beam of light, going into the sky. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, but speaking of Grogu, I was telling him I had like this entire like running commentary for parts of the movie because Pedro Pascal, Mando.
Pedro Pascal, yeah.
Pedro.
Again, it's way past her bedtime. It's close to mine.
So it's just like because Maxwell Lord has his kid, and I'm just imagining Mando with Grogu and going like, mine's cuter. And then he had, and it's like, and a better actor.
Yeah. I mean, no disrespect to that child actor, but whew. Y'all remember Ed, and Eddie? Mm-hmm. I can't remember the character's name, but he had that best friend that was Plank, the plank of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. That kid was lacking.
Yeah, meanwhile, the kid that played like Diana.
Oh yeah, young Diana's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that whole sequence in the beginning was thrilling and fantastic, with all the horses and everything. And you knew she was going to get stopped because as soon as she doesn't hit that one arrow target, I figure if nothing else, you're disqualified because you didn't hit that one target.
Yeah.
That's like in like the Spider-Man games or games of its ilk, where it's like, oh, you're doing a web swinging challenge. You got to hit through this target and through that target. But if you're just outside of it, the game ain't going to count it. You have to go back around and get it. So, although I kind of expected once she slid down the thing, got back on the horse, had she not lost her bow, if she had grabbed her bow with her, then I was expecting her to almost do the spectacular, like, 800-yard shot or something, like gonna bank it off a thing, still get it somehow.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have helped with the lesson being taught there. So, and it was a cool way to bring back all the people. And I like how the opening voiceover was like, oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. Like it was better than that, but it brought it in, brought us back into that really, really well. I think the Diana going out on dates by herself or whatever, I like it. I get the point they're going for. What they had worked. I feel like it's a little compacted maybe in the movie. But then again, I don't know that you necessarily need more of it. I don't know. Again, still processing my thoughts on a lot of this.
Yes, it's supposed to be kind of the whole, she never really got over Steve.
Yeah, obviously they're setting that up, but I'm like...
But it's just like, but don't you have friends? But I guess if you're immortal and you don't age and you probably have to... And
you spend your time crime fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I guess. I guess I'm almost wondering, did we actually need it? But then again, we're like fans and we know the movies well enough, so maybe it's more of a general audience touch. I don't know. It just...
Although
and maybe I just didn't want to see sad Diana at the beginning of the movie.
Is it just me? I feel like she had like a lot of chemistry with Minerva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could have worked.
It's like, are we going down this road? Okay.
I do love how they kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Because the other thing was like when Maxwell was flirting with Minerva, it almost looked like Diana was going like, "Oh hell no, you ain't moving down my chick."
And then later, Minerva, when Diana shows up with Steve, she's like, "What is this now?" So that was kind of cute. I do love how they touched on through the photograph, showing the history with the crew from the first movie. Especially Edna Candy. I know it's something Candy.
I think that sounds right.
Or maybe Enid or something. I think it's Edna, but it's like
But I'm pretty sure last name was Candy.
Right, we're in the ballpark. I think. I'm sure they'll tell us if we're wrong. As a matter of fact, we should just be wrong so they comment and get all the engagements. So, Ezra Candy, from the first movie, John Candy's daughter. Anyways, no, I thought that was really cute. And it was neat that they showed like the aged up one with Gal Gadot. So they kind of in that one little moment gave you the story of, at some point she knew that Diana was like this ageless, godless, this ageless, technically, this ageless, godlike warrior, so that was kind of cool. Other thing I was referring to is the lasso, because like so many times you'll see her do something and get hit and you don't see where it goes, but she has it. So for a while in the movie, I'm like, how does would she have dropped it? Where did it go? Does it have a mind of its own? And so I was actually kind of happy they did show that one shot of it, like kind of attaching to her belt and recoiling as she kind of let go. So I was like, all right, cool. That's all I needed. You don't have to tell me anymore.
Magic lasso, man.
Yep. And that was the thing too with the MacGuffin of the wish granting stone that took me a second. It took me just a second. It's like, oh, magic. Wait, Steve Trevor's back from magic? She's going to be Cheetah from magic? What? I was like, well, no, I guess we have firmly established that we are doing the DC magic style. So I was like, oh, all right, fine. Then I can go with it. But it did take me a second to kind of adjust to that.
But because you had like the whole Shazam thing, I guess.
Well, that, and even Enchantress, that also popped in there. It's like, oh yeah, I guess Enchantress was magic as well. Yeah. So, and I'm fine with that. And by the way, you know what my favorite DC movie is gonna be? Suicide Squad. It's James motherfucking Gunn, y'all. I've been following that dude since Romeo and Juliet. He's a fucking genius.
But I had thought I got derailed by you.
I used your superpower against you.
What were we talking about before that?
I'm trying to rewind in my mind. Was it Cheetah? No, was it Magic? Shazam. And then I had said Enchantress and Suicide Squad. Was it before that?
It was somewhere in that neighborhood. Oh, what was it?
I can sense them all clicking off the video.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Either it'll come back to me or it won't.
Sorry. Love the invisible jet. Yeah. And how they handled that. That was really cute. Mary wanted a scene. Oh, go ahead though, and then tell them your scene.
What I was gonna say is just like I was looking when they're going on the airfield with all the different planes. I'm sitting going like, what, that one looks a lot like the invisible planes. Oh, look, they're doing the invisible plane thing. Okay.
And we knew in the trailer they were in a plane, so it's kind of like,
Although I have to say, I was like, somehow I don't think they keep those things fueled up.
Well, and I misunderstood because I kind of blinked and I didn't see it. I was thinking when she first walked in, it was like just something she owned. So I was like, oh, she's got like this airfield. No. But then Mary noticed it was the Smithsonian. I was like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. And then she's right. It's like, I don't think those things would just be gassed up. Unless maybe in the 80s they were known for like doing an air show with those jets. Then they might have actually been gassed up. You know what?
I don't know.
I think I just convinced myself because again, it's the 80s, man.
Also, I want to point out, I don't think flying through fireworks is going to be your best idea.
No, don't think so.
Because imagine if you have like an unexploded mortar round go into your engine.
Yeah.
Get sucked into your engine.
That'd be bad, Ray.
That's all I'm thinking about. It's like, yes, this is gorgeous and beautiful, and a terrible idea. But I was telling Eric, though, because she says, it's just like, I've only ever done this once before. It was with the coffee cup, and then I lost it. And I'm just imagining when they go back to her apartment later, Steve, hits something and hears something break. He's like, I think I found your coffee cup.
Yeah, I mean, it almost would have been a good post-credit had they found a way for him to stick around. But it makes sense that he didn't. I guess I just wasn't expecting it, but at the end of the day, I guess I kind of like the idea that he came back in somebody else's body. I'm not really sure. I might change my mind on that in the future, but at least it was something I didn't see coming. Like, they hid that pretty well in the marketing and stuff. Although at the end, when she runs into that dude, I was giggling in my brain because I'm like, she's just sitting there thinking, I've had sex with you and you don't even know it. Because that's what happened. I almost wonder though. I don't know. This is something I have to think about. Would it have been better, as much as I love Chris Pine in this, and I totally see why you bring him back because he's amazing, but would it have been better or made more sense had it just been had they just actually gone with a different actor and had him, like he does in this, say and do the things that convince her it's actually him? You know, get somebody still famous so they could tell us, the audience, oh, this is going to be the new Steve Trevor. You know, because as soon as you knew he showed up in somebody else's body, you knew that wasn't going to last. He's not the kind of guy to let that last.
Yeah.
You know, so I almost wonder if like they would have gotten like, hell, even like a Timothy Olyphant. Maybe he's a little aged up for it, but you know, a Timothy Olyphant type or something. And you know, and just had him play it so you could think, oh, they're going to do this. And then when he actually got wished away or whatever.
It would depend largely on how good the chemistry is.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a huge key of it. But assuming they pulled all that off and it worked just as well as Chris Pine's chemistry, would it have been better to go that route than the way they did? I don't know. I don't know that I'm convinced that that's the case. It's just something I'm thinking about. I don't hate what they did.
I think if they did go that route, I would still want to see where you are seeing him from her point of view.
Oh yeah, you could do like
and then you could have the Chris Pine cameo, and then you could be
yeah, I could see something like that. Or even then, you know, he just gets killed off in the new actor body, and then that's the post-credit scene is like actual Chris Pine, Steve Trevor waking up somewhere modern, like where am I? And boom, just leave it as a mystery and figure it out in the next movie.
Yeah. Listen, now I'm asking him quantum jumping.
I was thinking about that with Pedro when he got up in the tunnel. It's like, is he going on a quantum leap? When he got in the light tunnel with the satellite? I had a moment of that. God, I can't think of the name of the lady who plays it, but Cheetah. Barbara. She was great.
Kristen Wiig?
Kristen Wiig. Yes. I think that's who it was. That's definitely a name.
Yeah.
I think that's her name.
Yeah.
She was probably the best in this. I mean, Pedro was great, Chris Pine was great, Gal Gadot was great, but I think she was excellent in this.
Yeah, because her transformation over time. I mean,
I felt her as a nerd, I felt her as kind of cool, and I felt her as really evil.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one of those things where it could just feel terribly cliche. But you felt fairly organic with her.
Yeah, I agree. And I think even when she kind of got into the more badassery elements, she really sold that. Like that, she was really rough and tough and ready to rumble. So
yeah.
I appreciated that quite a bit. I thought she was excellent. And again, the CG I think actually looked really good. They didn't over CG it, and they showed her just enough, and like the face looked right and everything. I don't know how much of it was actually CG.
What got cut from the other video was that I don't think they ever actually called her Cheetah.
Right, which that's where I was debating. And so if you saw my face, it's like, is that a spoiler? That's what I was trying to think.
She just said she wanted to be an apex predator.
Right, but what I was saying is, while I was trying to think, you saying that about calling her Cheetah, while I was trying to debate, is that actually a spoiler? Because it's on a very mild side, it's kind of a spoiler whether they don't or not. That's a specific detail. So as I was, she was thinking I needed clarification, and she starts explaining it further, and I'm like, whoa, that's definitely getting spoilery. But yeah, so there was that.
I know you had a cutscene or a end credit scene that you wanted.
Oh, I was kind of hoping like we would get somebody from the bigger DC universe, but then I was realizing it's like, well, Superman's not a thing yet, Batman's not a thing yet. You know, it's like I guess it could be Aquaman, but no, I don't need that.
No, Aquaman still wasn't a thing yet either. I don't think.
Probably not. Yeah, you're probably right. So I was going through it, and I was like, I guess really the only thing you could do from the currently established universe is have Barry Allen show up. And my jokey idea was that it's the same Barry Allen from Dawn of Justice, like with the mustache and the panic. And he's like, Martha's the key or something. Like he's saying whatever to her. He's like, damn it, I'm too early again. And he just pops back out. So like the idea is whatever they set up in Dawn of Justice is like when Barry Allen first goes back, he keeps getting it wrong a couple of times.
Damn, I'm even earlier?
Yeah, right. It's like, oh shit, I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
It's like, fuck, I need to run the other direction.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, it's just a silly idea, but I thought that would have been kind of fun if they had done that. Instead of the, spoiler for the post-credit scene, the Linda Carter, which is great to see her in it. But I don't know, like this, setting up this mystery character, and as soon as they set up this mystery character that Wonder Woman was trying to find her, I was like, what if they'll Linda Carter that? Because obviously they're setting something up. So then at the end, when you got the thing, and you started to realize it wasn't Wonder Woman, and then it turns around it's Linda Carter, I'm like, ah! And I'm like,
I don't think that's really...
Is that too fan servicey? I don't think it is, but...
I don't. Because honestly, I don't think they're really setting her up to be a thing per se. I think they're setting up as a convenient excuse for her to have that armor.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it really is going to depend on where they go with it after this. And I think Patty Jenkins is not going to make the next one. I think, not in any ill will way. I feel like I heard she's not going to be on for 3. I know she's going to go make Rogue Squadron though. So
I think that's why she's not doing 3.
Yeah, that's fine. She's a fantastic director, so I'm down with watching her do a Star Wars tale. But let's see, any other big things? Any other things we really want to hit? I know it's a little bit shorter. Normally, if things had been normal, we probably would have done 40 minutes on this. But it's shit.
There's distinct lack of Grogu. That's just,
everything. It's an automatic 1-star deduction for lack of Grogu. I loved her learning to fly. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, the thing that made me comic book geek out giddy, I didn't get to specifically say, is in the car chase fight. And when she has Steve launch a missile, and she lassos it, and she's flying on the back of the missile before whipping it out of the way to give her momentum to jump on the thing.
Yeah.
That was, that's comic book come to life, what I'm looking for kind of stuff, and I loved it. The mall stuff was pretty cute, even like the criminals being very comic booky kind of criminals.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of fun.
I like the other criminals spazzing out about the one criminal like taking the kid as a hostage.
They all were. Then the other 2 guys were like, "What are you doing?" Oh, that was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of running through.
The other thing was when Max Lord wished to be the Dreamstone, basically. I was sitting here going like, oh, that's right. Disney's Aladdin hasn't come out yet. You haven't heard. Great cosmic powers, itty bitty living space.
But that was his theory. Is like, well, I'll just keep taking people's life force through their wishes. So it's like, all right, I can see that.
Oh, it seemed to be working for him at the end.
I mean, they did a pretty good job of like making everything.
The plan was about self-destruct, and you kind of have to live on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. A lot of times people are very quick to believe theories or conspiracies about whatever doing something that's going to wipe out everything, and it's like, no, most people want power. They want to rule. If they wipe out everything, they have nothing to rule. They have no power. There has to be something to have power over. So you can, for the most part, you can pretty much get rid of any theory that's, in general, on a global scale at least, I will say.
Unless you're dealing with chaotic evil, and then bets are off.
That's what I was gonna say. But even that, like, to get to a global scale is pretty. Not impossible, but damn near it. In the real world, not in movies, obviously. But yeah. Let's see. Anything else?
Did it feel fourth wall-y, like she was kind of breaking fourth wall when she's going like, no, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them?
No, I didn't really get that. I could see how that would come across that way, but it didn't really happen to me watching it. Yeah. No, I'm okay with that. Personally, I'm not saying obviously, as I say, all opinions are valid when it comes to art. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. That's like 20 minutes, so we gotta feed the cats.
I fed bedtime treat.
Yeah. So, all right. So we're gonna shut up, but go ahead and spoiler talk. You can spoil. What was your favorite part? What did you like? What would you do different? How right or wrong do you think we are? Even though that doesn't matter because there is no right or wrong when it comes to storytelling. Unless you're talking about how amazing a filmmaker I am. Because then you're right.
I was just thinking something more along the line. This may not be right or wrong, but I think there's such a thing as good storytelling and bad storytelling.
But see, I think even that is fairly subjective. Because I mean, again, it's one man's trash is another man's treasure. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. You know, if it works for you, it's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's always an argument to be made there. I guess you could say, hey, if somebody forgot to turn on the microphone and left the lens cap on the camera, that might be bad filmmaking. At that point, I guess it stops being subjective. Because it's like...
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, okay. Comment below, let us know. Geek out, we'd love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, you can click the thumbs up button, give us the good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. You can check out patreon.com, look up the Eric Butts, use the link in the description below. $1 a day, $1 a month gets you an extra video every single day. Video game let's plays, movie reviews, vlogs, food stuff. We're having fun over there, so come over and join us and make it worth our while for staying up this late. No, that's it. All right, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go watch some more stuff eventually. We'll see you all later.